So you're living in Savannah with a dog. That means you've got access to all those historic squares, beautiful parks, and that one-of-a-kind waterfront. But, to really enjoy all of it with your best friend, you need a dog that's confident and well-behaved. And that's exactly where the right trainer comes in. So let's get into how to find that perfect trainer for you and your dog right here in Savannah.
We're going to break this down into 6 simple steps. We'll kick things off with what makes having a dog here so unique, then get into how to figure out your training needs and what to look for in a pro. We'll also cover the key questions you should be asking, what training costs locally, and we'll wrap up with some great spots around town to practice everything you've learned.
So what is it about Savannah that's so different for a dog owner? Well, training a dog here is about way more than just sit and stay. It's really about getting them ready for all the specific sights and sounds of our city. I mean, just picture a typical day downtown. Your dog has to be okay walking on cobblestones, staying calm when a square is packed with tourists, and not totally freaking out when a horse-drawn carriage clops by on River Street. And we all want to be able to enjoy some outdoor dining or a festival in Forsyth Park without causing a scene. That right there, that's the real-world test for any Savannah dog. Before you even start Googling trainers, the very first step is to take a look at your own dog and think about your goals, because the best training plan is one that's built specifically for you. First up, what are you actually trying to accomplish here? Are you just looking for basic manners for a brand new puppy? Or is there a specific issue, like your dog pulling you all over the historic district on the leash, or maybe barking at everyone who walks by your house? Getting clear on your goals is absolutely the most important first step. Next, think about how you want the training to happen. Private lessons are great for that one-on-one attention. In-home training is perfect for things that happen at home, right? Like jumping on guests. Group classes are awesome for practicing focus when other dogs are around. And then you have options like day training or board and train, which can be a huge help if your schedule is just completely packed. Your dog's age is also a really big factor. For puppies, it's all about socialization and preventing bad habits. An adolescent dog, well, they might be testing boundaries and need some help with focus. An adult or senior dogs might be learning something new or working on habits they've had for a while. The training approach really needs to match their stage in life. You can also look for trainers who have specific specializations. If your number one headache is leash pulling or you're dealing with separation anxiety, you can find a trainer who really focuses on that exact thing. Knowing your problem helps you find the right person to solve it. So, once you know what you need, how do you actually spot a real professional? There are a few key things you can look for that tell you a whole lot about a trainer's methods and their level of expertise. First and foremost, look for a trainer who uses positive reinforcement. This is the modern standard, it's humane, and honestly, it's just plain effective. It's all about teaching your dog what you want them to do and then rewarding them for it. This builds a really strong, trusting bond, and it avoids any methods that rely on fear or making your dog feel intimidated. A great shortcut to finding a qualified trainer is looking for credentials. Now, Georgia doesn't actually require trainers to be licensed, but having a certification shows that a person has really studied the science behind animal behavior and is committed to their profession. Okay, you don't need to memorize this whole alphabet soup of acronyms, but seeing initials like CBDT-K or KPA-CTP is a really good sign for general training. And if you're dealing with more complex stuff like severe fear or reactivity, credentials like IABC-CBDC or CBCC-K tell you that trainer has a much higher level of specialized knowledge. All right, so you've found a few potential trainers that look good. Now it's time to interview them. Having a little checklist of questions ready to go will make sure you make a choice that you feel really confident about. The whole process is pretty simple. Start by checking out their website. Get a feel for their philosophy and what they offer. A lot of trainers will give you a free phone or video consultation, and you should definitely take them up on that. Then, when you have that consultation, be ready with your list of questions. And you want to be sure you're asking the right questions. Confirm they use positive reinforcement. Ask how they're going to tailor the plan specifically to your dog and your life here in Savannah. Ask them, how are we going to know we're making progress? And for sure, ask about their experience training in busy places like the historic district. That's how you'll know they really get the local challenges. Let's talk about the investment. Professional dog training does have a cost, and it's always helpful to go into it with a clear idea of the typical price ranges you'll see here in Savannah.
Of course, prices are going to vary a bit. A trainer with a ton of experience and advanced certifications will probably charge more, and the cost also depends on whether they're coming to your house or if you're going to a group class at their facility.
So, looking at some average costs for 2025 in our area, group classes that run for 4 to 6 weeks are usually somewhere between $150 and $280. A single private lesson is about $100 to $180. In-home packages can be anywhere from $400 to $850, while those really intensive board and train programs can start around $1,900 and go up over $4,000.
Okay, once you and your trainer have built that solid foundation, the real work starts. Training doesn't just happen during a session, it happens out in the real world. And lucky for us, Savannah has some fantastic places to practice. For working on skills like recall, getting your dog to come back when you call them, you absolutely need a safe, fenced-in area. The Savannah Bark District Dog Park out on White Marsh Island or the one at Lake Meyer Community Park are both perfect for this. You can work on those off-leash skills without any worries. And for your on-leash skills, wow, you have so many choices. Forsyth Park is kind of the ultimate test of focus with all the joggers and other dogs and just constant activity. The beaches on Tybee Island are amazing for distraction training with the sound of the waves and all the seagulls. And if you need a quieter, more controlled spot, the trails at Skidaway Island State Park are just ideal. When it comes down to it, all this effort, guided by the right professional, it just opens up the entire city for you and your dog. Good training really does make all the difference, and it lets you confidently enjoy everything that Savannah has to offer. We wish you the best of luck finding the right trainer and building a truly wonderful life here with your dog.